In continuation of the last videos on periodic properties of BSc Part 1 in organic chemistry, in this video we are going to study about ionization energy. Certain amount of energy is associated with each electron, and that energy of an electron is a function of its distance from the nucleus. The electron nearest to the nucleus will have lowest energy, and any increase in the distance of the electron must be accompanied with an increase in its energy. Thus, the major difference between two electrons situated at different distances lies in the energy associated with them. An electron can increase its energy by absorption and decrease its energy by emission with a simultaneous increase or decrease in its distance from the nucleus. When energy is supplied to an electron which absorbs this energy and moves farther from the nucleus, if sufficient energy is absorbed by the electron, it eventually leaves the atom and removed to infinite distance. The energy responsible for removal of an electron to infinite distance from its nucleus is called ionization energy. Ionization energy of an element is the minimum amount of energy required to remove the most loosely bound electron from an isolated gaseous atom to infinity. That is, isolated atom A absorbs ionization energy and converts to A plus ion, and this electron is moved to infinity. If we say for 1 mole, then the ionization energy is the amount of the energy required to remove the most loosely bound electron from 1 mole of atom to give 1 mole of ion. If we see the units, they are electron volt, kilocalorie per mole and kilojoules per mole, and the relationship between them is 1 electron volt is equal to 23.06 kilocalorie per mole, or 1 electron volt is equal to 96.49 kilojoules per mole, and 1 kilocalorie is equal to 4.18 kilojoules. In all atoms except hydrogen, there are more than 1 electron. As the electrons can successively be removed by supplying energy, there must be more ionization energies. Actually, there is an ionization energy for each electron in an atom or ion. The various ionization energies are defined as I1 first ionization energy for removal of first electron, I2 second ionization energy for removal of second electron, I3 third ionization energy for removal of third electron, and so on, where I1 is the energy supplied to neutral atom, I2 is the energy supplied to monopositive ion, and I3 is the energy supplied to dipositive ion, and so on. These energies are represented as A atom plus I1 is equal to A plus plus electron, A plus plus I2 gives A2 plus plus electron, and A2 plus plus I3 gives A3 plus plus electron. If no subscript is attached to ionization energy, it means that it is first ionization energy. Since removal of an electron is accompanied by the decrease in inter-electronic repulsion, effective nuclear charge increases at each removal of electron. Consequently, the remaining electrons are always held more strongly by the nucleus than before, and further ionization becomes more and more difficult. This means that each successive ionization energy for an atom has a greater value than before. Thus, ionization 1 is less than I2, which is less than I3, and so on. The relative values of first, second, third, etc. ionization energy of an atom or an ion depends on its electronic configuration. It is comparatively much difficult to remove an electron from an atom or ion having stable electronic configuration. So if we consider cases, then we see sodium has the lowest value for the first ionization energy because of its larger size, and with loss of 1 electron, sodium is left with stable configuration, that is, from sodium atom from F 1s2 2s2 P6 3s1, it becomes sodium plus 1s2 2s2 P6, which is a stable configuration. Hence, removal of the second electron from sodium plus requires a large amount of energy. This gives rise to the high value of second ionization energy value of the sodium. Now we come to the configuration of some bipositive elements. If we compare, sodium 2 plus has electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 P5, whereas Mg2 plus has 1s2 2s2 P6, and aluminum 2 plus has 1s2 2s2 P6 3s1. So if we compare these electronic configuration and relate them with the ionization energy, then we see that magnesium ion is the most stable, hence it will require the most energy among all these to remove the third electron. Now let's take some configuration of tripositive elements. For example, sodium 3 plus has electronic configuration 1s2 2s2 p4, magnesium 3 has 1s2 2s2 p5, and aluminum 3 has 1s2 2s2 p6. So we can say in the above tripositive elements, aluminum 3 plus is the most stable electronic configuration. Therefore, aluminum 3 plus will require a high amount of energy to form aluminum 4 plus ion. Similarly, explanation of relative values of various ionization energies can be given by this schematic diagram. Sodium metal absorbs 496 kilocalorie of I1 to get converted to monopositive ion, and this absorbs 4562 kilocalorie of I2 to get converted to sodium 2 plus, and this absorbs, as we see that as the uh, plus charge is increasing, the ionization energy is increasing in quite a high degree. That is, if we consider the last, that sodium 4 plus is converted to sodium 5 plus, it requires 13,353 kilocalorie per mole. Now if we consider magnesium, then we see the magnesium first ionization energy is 738, and second is 1451, and third is 7735. So we see there is quite a jump from second to third. Similarly, if we consider aluminium, then we see that first is 578, second is 1817, third is 425, 4245, and fourth is 11,758. So there is quite a jump from I3 to I4 in the case of aluminium. So we see that for the most stable configuration, sodium plus the ionization energy is most stable, and for magnesium, magnesium 2 plus is most stable, and for aluminum 3 plus is most stable, and as we go higher, then a very high amount of ionization energies are required for these ions. Now we come to factors affecting ionization energy. As ionization energy is the amount of energy required to remove an electron from an atom or ion, it is directly related to the attractive force with which that electron is bound to the nucleus. Greater is the attractive force, greater energy would be required for its removal. That is, greater would be the ionization energy. Thus, the factors which affect the attractive force, therefore the ionization energy. Some factors which are responsible for the ionization energy of an element are effective nuclear charge. Due to the shielding effect, an outer electron feels less nuclear charge. The part of the nuclear charge which is effective in attracting an electron is called effective nuclear charge. In an atom, the force of attraction between its nucleus and electron is directly proportional to the effective nuclear charge. That is, F is directly proportional to Z effective. However, the direction of an increase in the effective nuclear charge will be the direction of increasing ionization energy. Thus, we can say that the direction in which the effective nuclear charge increases, the ionization energy also increases in that direction. For example, effective nuclear charge of sodium, magnesium, and sodium plus, we see for sodium it is 2.20, for magnesium it is 2.85, and for sodium plus it is 6.55. So we see that the ionization energy increases in the same direction. For sodium it is 496, for magnesium it is 735, and for sodium plus it is 4562. The increase in the numerical value is in the direction in which the Z effective is increasing. The next we come to atomic size. Since force of the attraction between two charged particles is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them, that is, force is inversely proportional to 1 upon r square, an increase in atomic radius will decrease the force with which an electron is attracted by the nucleus. Hence, with the increasing size, removal of the electron becomes easier, and this ionization energy decreases. This explains greater ionization energy of lithium, which is 520 kilojoules per mole, than sodium, which is 496 kilojoules per mole. Lithium is 1.55 angstrom, whereas sodium is 1.90 angstrom. So we see, as compared to lithium, an atomic radii greater than atomic radii is higher than ionic radii. That is, atomic radii of sodium is higher than lithium, so its energy is lesser than or lower than of lithium. Then we come to the third, shielding effect of inner electrons. An electron is shielded from the nucleus by the inner electrons and the electrons in its own shell. Hence, it does not experience that much attraction by the nucleus as it would have experienced in the absence of the inner electrons. This effect of the outer electrons on a particular electrons is called shielding effect, which is measured by a constant called shielding constant S or screening constant S. To a greater extent, an electron is shielded by the other electrons more easily. It can be removed from the atom. So Z minus S is equal to effective nuclear charge, Z effective, where Z is the atomic number and S is the screening constant. Higher value of S means lower ionization potential and lower value of S means higher ionization energy. Then next we come to penetration effect. All the orbitals in an atom have a tendency to come close to the nucleus for this. They penetrate the regions of other orbitals, but all the orbitals do not penetrate to the equal extent. S orbital is the most penetrating and the penetration power decreases in the order. S has greater penetrating power than P, which has greater penetrating power than D, which has greater penetrating power than F. This means in a n level, an S electron will be nearest to the nucleus, F nucleus will be the farthest, and P and D levels will lie in between. Thus, S electron will be most tightly held, thus its highest energy, ionization energy, as compared to other PDF electrons of the same n level. The ionization energy is in the order of S has greater than P, then D, then F. Examples: 3s electrons of barium, the first ionization energy is 900 kilojoules per mole. For 3p electron of boron, the ionization energy comes to be 801 kilojoules per mole. So we see it is easier to remove an electron for p orbital than from s orbital. The next is half-filled or completely filled orbitals. Removal of an electron from a filled or half-filled orbital requires very high ionization energy, as after removal the stability is decreased. For example, the nitrogen has 1s2, 2s2, p3 half-filled orbital in its atomic state, and it has high ionization energy than oxygen, which has 1s2, 2s2, p4 configuration. So nitrogen with its half-filled stable state has ionization energy value as 1402 kilojoules per mole, that is 1402 kilojoules per mole, whereas oxygen with its 1s2, 2s2, p4 configuration has 1314 kilojoules per mole, so which is lesser. So this is all for today. Thank you.